Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you my July mid-month wrap-up. So for the 1st through the 15th of July, I managed to read 6 books. I'm pretty happy with that. I had a pretty slow reading month for me in June, and I feel like in kind of the last week or so, things have really started to pick back up, which is really great. So I'm pretty happy to have got 6 things read, although I am still really behind on my library books. I have, I think, 6 books out at the moment that are overdue, which is ridiculous. So I do need to keep powering through July, and get as much read as possible. But let's just jump straight in now, and I'm going to talk about the first 6 books that I read for the month of July. So the first book I completed was The Nest by Cynthia Dupree Sweeney. This is an ARC copy that I won on a giveaway from Goodreads. This is an adult literary fiction that follows a family of 4 adult siblings who all their life have kind of an inheritance that they've been expecting. When the youngest of the 4 adult siblings turns 40, they will come into this kind of inheritance, and they've all kind of been waiting for it and relying on it. And then there is an event that takes place at the start of the book through which one of the siblings kind of has to tap into the money early through this circumstance, and so they don't all have as much money coming to them as what they expect, but they've all been relying on it. And that's kind of what this story follows. It obviously deals with family, things like that. This was okay. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Like, it was just kind of really middle of the road for me. Yeah, like, so I say I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like anything spectacular. In the end, I gave it 3 stars. The next book I completed was The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, or J.K. Rowling. This is J.K. Rowling, or Robert Galbraith, whatever you want to say, adult crime fiction series. This is the first book, and it follows Cormoran Strike, who is a private detective, and in this novel he has been asked to look into the apparent suicide of a very prominent model by her brother, who doesn't believe that she committed suicide. He believes that she was murdered. And so that's kind of what we're dealing with. I really enjoyed this book. J.K. Rowling, she knows how to write. Like, I love her writing so much. I really enjoyed the characters of Cormoran and Robin, who's kind of his assistant in this book, like his secretary type thing, who's like helping him out. I just really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the story and the mystery kind of going on. It was just overall like a really enjoyable read for me, and I think this is going to be a series that I really enjoy. I do enjoy like a lot of crime fiction, so this was like kind of right up my alley, but J.K. Rowling really does know how to write, as I said, so I really enjoyed this, and I gave it 4 stars. Next, I read The Haunted House by Emily Rodda. This is the 15th book in the Teen Power Inc. series. This is the one, if you recall me saying in earlier videos, this is my favourite one that I remember from my childhood. This one follows Sunny, and the gang is helping pack up these elderly spinster sisters' home because they're moving, and they are the Flower Sisters, and they live on Violet Street. And there were 5 sisters originally, and their names were Daisy, Poppy, Ivy, Rose, and Lily. And as I said, they live on Violet Street. Their surname's Flower. Something about that when I was little just like spoke to me. I loved that. I thought that was the best thing ever. And this one deals with a haunted house, which, thinking back on it, I don't know if that's kind of enjoying this book so much as a youngster has like really swayed my reading taste, maybe, because I love a good haunted house story to this day. I really enjoyed this. The nostalgia was real. In the end, I gave this 4.25 stars because I just enjoyed my read of this so much. The next book I completed was Tell the Wind and Fire by Sarah Reese Brennan. I actually listened to this on audiobook. I saw this on my library's Overdrive app on audio, and I thought I would give it a go. This is a young adult story that is set in a fantasy type world that has magic in the world, and it's got both dark magic and light magic. And it follows a main character who has light magic but was born into the dark magic world, and she's now, through circumstances, happens to be living in the light magic world, or the light world, or whatever it's called. I actually really enjoyed this. I didn't really have any expectations about it going into it because I hadn't really heard too much about it. I really enjoyed the world Having said that, I do think the magic system could have been a little better fleshed out, but I did enjoy the world. This is a story also that has an already established relationship going into the book, and you don't see that a lot in young adult, and I really enjoyed that. There was just getting to see kind of the issues and progression like in this relationship that was already established. I did just really enjoy. I really liked the main character. And there are also some themes like in the story that I took out of it that I really, really enjoyed. As I say, I actually recommend this book. I think it's a pretty good young adult, and it is a standalone, so it's definitely worth checking out. I gave it 4 stars. The next book I completed was Last Seen Alive by Charlene Harris. This is the 6th book, I think, in the Aurora Teagarden series, which is a cozy mystery kind of series. Although having said that, this one was a little bit sexier in kind of a weird way than the other ones. Like there was some kind of weird dirty talk in this book, which I really wasn't expecting. I don't really have a problem with that, but I wasn't expecting it because all of the books up until this point have been pretty tame. I enjoyed this one. I was really excited to kind of see where the general overall character arc of the character in this series has gone, because it went places I didn't expect in the previous book. And I did enjoy it. The mystery in this one kind of had maybe like a little bit too much going on. And it did kind of feel like in some aspects, because of where, as I say, the character arc was going, like we were kind of retreading over old ground. But I did like enjoy it. Like I said, it isn't a groundbreaking series, but it is like fairly enjoyable. I gave this one 3 stars. And the final book that I completed in the first half of July was Yield the Night by Annette Marie. This is the 3rd book in the Steel and Stone series. I received the first book from the author in exchange for an honest review, which I did, which I'll link up here for you guys if you want to check out my review of the first book. And I've since bought the 2nd and 3rd books myself on ebook because I really enjoyed the first book. This deals with, the series kind of follows a girl in an urban fantasy world that has demons and humans and things like that. I don't really want to say too much more than that. It's just like a really enjoyable. The enjoyment levels with this, they're real. Like, I enjoy this story so much. It does fall into some of your kind of general YA tropes, but my enjoyment levels are like so high that like I don't even care. The romance in this series is top notch. It's not heavy-handed. We're kind of 3 books in, and it's just, and in the first book I thought we were going to go into love triangle territory. We really don't, like not really. And I just enjoy the romance so much. The stories are just so enjoyable. In the end, I gave this 4.25 stars, which I think is the same rating I've given the first and the second books. I just enjoy this series so much. I believe there's 5 books in total, plus a novella, and I can't wait to like just keep going with the series because I really am having a good time with it. So those were the first 6 books that I completed in the month of July. If you've read any of these books or you have any thoughts, I would love to chat to you guys in the comments down below. I would love to chat with you guys about what you've been reading in the first half of July. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. But that's all I've got for this video today. Bye guys!